gymnasium on this chilly night here in Southwest Florida as the Florida College Falcons, in their 5th game of the season, will be taking on the Ave Maria Gyrenes. Jackson Ray, Aiden Bassett here with you tonight as the Florida College Falcons enter tonight 2-2, coming off a win against New College of Florida on Saturday. This is their 2nd home game of the season, 5th game under Coach Brian Blackburn, and it's good to be with you tonight. Aiden, lots to look forward to. And the Falcons started the year 0-2, picking up 2 wins over the course of last week. Buford's going to open it up with a 3, and that one's well short, taken away by Ave Maria. It'll be Jonathan Efforts playing the point against Aiden Wall. To the near side, Kalikas looking for the other way. Efforts one more to Bennett. Bennett on the drive. Kick out. Jalen White will take it. A nice feed inside to Efforts, and he'll open up the scoring for Ave Maria off a nice feed. Here goes Bennett again to the near side. That's a 3, and that one is good by Michael Kleekus. First 3 of the game. Ave Maria starts 2 for 2, Florida College 0 for 2, and now a press here from the Gyrenes. Wall will handle into the paint, attacking up and under. That's a nice layup from Aiden Wall to open up scoring for Florida College. He's a sophomore from Fort Worth. Kleekus comes to Bennett on the near side. He'll spot up over Buford. Shorted that one, taken away by White. An off-ball foul. It'll be on Massaquoi. Underneath the basket, fighting for a rebound. Ave Maria was ranked number 15th to open the season in the NAIA this year. And Florida College has already played a ranked team. They lost to Langston in their first game of the season. Langston came into the season ranked 4th. Posting Alex Sherwood through 2 guys. Fades and hits. It's an early 10-2 lead. Falcons cannot get rid of this pressure. Nearly thrown away. Massaquoi with the jump, able to retain it. Aiden Wall setting up. Switched on to the big man. Comes to the far side. Sherwood crosses right, crosses back left. At the block, bodies off a man, threw it off the backboard. Magok pulls it down for an offensive rebound. He averages about 7 rebounds a game, and that'll be a foul on the Gyrenes as Magok went up for the shot. Sherwood picks up the foul. Free throw line's been one area where the Falcons have struggled to shoot as Magok hits the first free throw. In Florida College's 2 wins this season, they've been shooting a lot better from the field. In their 2 wins, shooting 56% from the field and 47% from 3, averaging 92 points per game. And he'll hit both as now we get some subs in for Florida College. Jacob Joseph enters the game, as well as Chris Fetuga. Massaquoi and Magok will exit. And now Florida College with a press of their own. Joseph hit a couple threes off the bench. We predicted that he would be one of the first guys off the bench tonight. Driving inside, that drive was cut off. It'll come back to Efforts. Driving against 2 guys. Fades, had to kick it back out again. This time to Alsamy. One more. Efforts drives again at the free throw line to the near side. One more to the corner, that's a 3. Short. And a rebound taken away by Efforts. Michael that time attempted the three. Bradley Michael. Efforts comes back to Michael on the near side. Efforts, that's a deep three. That one's no good. And another offensive rebound for the Gyrenes. Efforts against Buford. His man the other way. Michael against White, spotting up for another three. That one's good. Gyrenes not letting off the pressure. Joseph gets ahead of the pack. To the corner, Fetuga a three. Off. Kenny White fighting for position. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here. Falcons just have one made field goal from Aiden Wall. It's a 13-4 lead for the Gyrenes.
And right now the Falcons on defense are just getting beat out on the rebound side. Ave Maria's done a great job of getting offensive rebounds, and it is killing the Falcons. They're struggling with time with the ball, and we'll see if they can pick that up.
They have a -9 rebound margin on the year combined through their first 4 games. White had a notion, back out to Buford, a three. Got it! Malik Buford hits a three. That's his first made field goal of the game. He averages 19, which leads the Falcons. Bennett spins against Joseph. Kick out to White. Jalen White comes inside the paint. A 14-foot jumper is good. Jalen White, a senior from Philly. Kenny White gets ahead of the press. Back to Buford. Thought about it. One more to White. A corner three. Got another one. He's another guy hit a couple threes on Saturday, and they've cut the lead to 5. It's 15-10 in favor of Ave Maria.
Well, Kenny White's going to be a problem if he keeps shooting like that. At 6'6", that's tough to defend on the line, and hopefully he can provide Malik Buford a little bit of support up there as well tonight.
This press is suffocating. Up ahead to Joseph. He's on the drive. Up and under, couldn't finish. Joseph had a nice attempt near the rim, but missed it that time. This is Alsami on the drive against Fetuga. Brings it back out to Jalen White. Crosses right against Fetuga, into the lane. A bounce feed up and under. And a late whistle there as Buford came across the arm of Christian Piquet. And so Piquet will go to the line. That is the, I believe, the first or second. It'd be the second foul on the Falcons. And the first on Buford. Massaquoi is set to check back in for the Falcons, and looking like a mass substitution for the Gyrenes as well. Wall will come out for Massaquoi. Sherwood, Jai White, Efforts, Klekus, and Piquet on the floor, but Piquet is going to come out in favor of Pablo Hernandez. Coach Jamon Copeland, in his 11th season total for the Gyrenes, he's had 2 stints there, this being his second stint. They were 25-7 last year, which earned them the 15th ranked spot in the preseason poll. White kicks it out to Joseph, spots up for three, bang! Well, we know he can shoot it. He demonstrated that on Saturday. That's his first 3 of the game. The lead is 6, 19-13. Magok and Cameron Knox are set to check in for FC. Posting up, that is Michael Klekus. And he threw it to Coach Blackburn. Turnover. And we are going to have a timeout on the floor as Florida College trails Ave Maria 19-13.
Right now the 3 ball is helping them out a lot. They've got 3 now from outside and slowly chipping away at that lead. And maybe we'll see some defensive adjustments from Ave Maria stepping up on those when the Falcons pull up from outside. But so far they've been letting them have it a little bit. And if there's anything I've seen about Malik Buford over the past couple of years, they can't do that for very long. Yeah,
he's got a 3. Kenny White's got a 3. Jacob Joseph with 3. And then several points, several threes on the Ave Maria side. Efforts has a 3. Bradley Michael has a 3, and Klekus with a 3, and they have been letting them shoot them from outside. 14:51 as Ave Maria turns it over. It is a timeout on the floor. Both teams at their benches. There's a good crowd out tonight from the Red Sea. The Pep Band is out tonight for the second consecutive game. That was a big part of the win over New College of Florida on Saturday, and a good fan turnout as well on our side.
This would just frankly be a huge win for them because to come out and take on a 15-ranked team in NAIA this early in the year, and especially Ave Maria, they're no slouch on offense or defense and have been for some time. Although the Falcons have been competitive with them over the past couple of years, so if they can come out and somehow manage to get a win and keep the win streak alive, that would be a huge start for this season and a huge confidence boost for Coach Blackburn and for the whole rest of the team as well.
These teams have not played since December of 2023 as Aiden Wall turns it right back over. He had Cameron Knox in the corner, but Knox moved from his position, going right back to the Gyrenes. This is the 29th overall meeting between these teams. Ave Maria leads it 18-10 in the total series. A nice feed and cut and basket from Alex Sherwood. And another turnover. Efforts to the near side. Kleekus faked out Knox. He'll try it again from the corner. Shorted it. Knox recovers with a rebound. Ave Maria has opted for the press throughout the first half tonight. 6 minutes in. Wall creates space, floats it up, can't hit the shot.
They've got to start taking advantage of those opportunities here soon. Thankfully, on those last couple of turnovers, Ave Maria wasn't able to capitalize on
And a foul is called on the near side, as I think Kleekus was coming over. Looked like it may have been a jump ball there for a second, but it's the third foul on the Falcons. Didn't see who that foul was on. Looked like Aiden Wall may have been over there, and I think it is. That will be his first. Efforts found himself open and knocks down a jumper. Falcons caught napping. Aiden Wall's got to throw it in. He does to Cameron Knox. One more to Fetuga. Creating space to Magak. A corner three. That one's off. He can shoot it. Only has 2 points on 2 free throws. Sherwood comes back to Kleekus, fake the three. To the paint, floats it, rattles it in.
When we're seeing how quickly the score can tend to run away when you have Ave Maria capitalizing on their shots, but also the Falcons a little bit scrambling on offense these past couple of drives. As another effort is missed there, they're going to need to pick things up or maybe slow things down just a little bit, get inside the paint a little bit more if they want to have a chance of clawing their way back right now.
Kleekus with another three, and that'll be enough for Coach Blackburn to call another timeout as the lead is extended to 15. 28-13 is the score. Well, since that last timeout, the lead was 6. Florida College has not scored since then, but Ave Maria on a 9-0 run. Michael Kleekus leading the way with 8 points. Jonathan Efforts with 7. Sherwood and White both with 4. As we're at 13:02 to play, and Coach Blackburn wants a reset.
Well, right now the Falcons so far this year are averaging 74 points per game, and Ave Maria is on track for well over triple digits at this point with over 13 to play. So they're going to need to pick something up, and although I would like to see them slow things down just a little bit in the paint, give themselves a little bit more opportunity down low, I also know that it's going to take a lot of threes to be able to counter this offense here.
Yes, just 4 made field goals for Florida College. They have taken a lot of threes, and Ave Maria is not hesitant to shoot. We've seen them take shots early on the shot clock already, and that is contributing to their high scoring already. Ave Maria, through their first couple games, they have not reached triple digits, but they are certainly capable of scoring the ball at will. High, fast-paced offense and a excellent pressure defense, and they're not going to relent this time. Starters back on the floor for Coach Blackburn. Wall will take it out underneath the basket. Floats it to Buford, a dangerous pass, but Buford's ahead of the pack. Jump pass to Kenny White, one more to Massaquoi. Wall is open, fake the three, sidestep, tries it again. That one's no good. Magak had a shot at it, but was boxed out. Efforts goes to the right side, mishandled by Marlon Bennett.
Well, that's the first mistake of that kind that we've seen out of Ave Maria so far, and the Falcons certainly need to capitalize on it. It looks like they're already struggling a little bit just on inbounding it. A little bit concerning if you're the Falcons this early in the game.
Buford makes a spin at half court, jumps to Aiden Wall. He'll try it again. No good either. He's 0 for 5 to start. Kenny White pulls down a rebound. Massaquoi crosses right, comes to Kenny White. In the corner, has to back it out. Massaquoi will take it himself, left-handed dribble, lefty layup. That was a nice move as Massaquoi's on the board, his first bucket of the game. Sherwood had a shot at it. McGough recovers. He'll rise and miss the jumper. Falcons moving quickly. Buford into the lane. That was slammed off the glass by Sherwood. Buford hits the deck, Here comes Marlon Bennett. Klekus, one more to Efforts in the corner of 3. That one is good, and we have a foul whistled. It's going to be going the other way, I think. But will the 3 count? The game has come to a screeching halt. I do believe that the 3 will count for Jonathan Efforts. He has 10. Shooting 4 for 5 from the field.
And Efforts is just somebody that you can't leave open like that. Even though he's down on the baseline in a rush, he's such a good shooter. It's going to be very, very tough on the Falcons if they don't find a way to cover him a little bit better.
Massaquoi is trapped in the corner. Jonathan Efforts leads the Gyrenes in scoring at 17.8 points per game. This is a Gyrenes team that has 6 double-digit scores, very, very top-heavy scoring. McGough lost it along the baseline. It'll go off his leg and out of bounds. Gyrenes playing at a pace that the Falcons did not see on Saturday against New College of Florida. Efforts goes to Klekus, crosses left to Bennett. One more to the near side. Hernandez gives it up. It'll be a 3 from Jalen White. It's no good. The rebound was snatched away by Hernandez. He'll float it in the lane. In and out. Rebound tipped again. He got his own. Efforts another 3. Missed that one too. So finally an empty possession for the Gyrenes, and the Falcons get a break. Kenny White Euro steps. Can't finish it. Had a chance there and just blew it. Those are the opportunities you're talking about. Klekus another 3. No good. Massaquoi had the box out, but Efforts was just able to get away, and they're going to whistle Massaquoi for another one. That'll be his second. Not a good situation. Here comes Tate Truby. Will enter the game for Massaquoi with those 2 fouls. And another mass substitution for the Gyrenes.
Well, we got to watch Massaquoi last year, and what he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for in effort, and you're going to see that tonight. And unfortunately for him, that means he's going to foul a couple of times throughout the evening. But travel there is a huge turn for Florida College, and they're going to need to start taking advantage of this momentum pretty quick. Jai
White with the turnover. Tate Truby in for ball handling duties. Aiden Wall now becomes the main facilitator. And they're going to use this opportunity to set up their half court. McGough sets a screen. Buford, that's a pretty long 3. High arcing in the air, and Buford knocks it down. He's got 6 points. On the near side, that is Bradley Alsamy. He'll drive it. Hook shot from 12. It's well off. An offensive rebound again. Jai White pulls down another one. Ball is loose near the basket. Another hook shot. Can't get it to go. Falcons need a rebound, and they do. Malik Buford was there. Kenny White will give it back to him. Buford spots up from 3. Short. And the rebound will stay here as it went off of Gyrene's hands.
Well, I'll keep talking about it for the rest of the night, but those offensive rebounds that Ave Maria is somehow coming away with are just going to be brutal for the Falcons if they can't figure that out defensively. They can't allow 3 or 4 more opportunities each time Ave Maria gets the ball down to their own end.
Florida College struggles with rebounding as it is, and their only player of real size that they have available is Gordon McGough, and he's out of the game right now. Coach Blackburn opting to go a little smaller, hopefully to match the speed. Fetuga thought about the 3, jab steps, goes to the baseline. White, that's a short jumper, but he thought it was longer. He is 1 for 5 to start this game. PK attacks Wall. Wall was there to fight for the ball. PK is underneath, and there is a jump ball called. I think it is staying here. The Gyrenes will keep possession. Jalen White and Michael Kleek is set to check in again. And we're going to have another timeout with 9:40 to go. It's 31-18. It is a full timeout.
Well, we're seeing pretty consistently what we've seen over the past couple of games. The Falcons are shooting just under 46% from the field and 36% from outside the line, and they're about on track for that so far. But unfortunately for them, they're playing Ave Maria, which means that they're going to need to improve on that a little bit. But they have had 11.5 assists per game, which is great to see, especially when you come in with a fresh team like this. You've got a bunch of new guys, a new coach, and you're not sure what the chemistry is going to look like, so it's good to see them working together a little bit. I would love to see them feed Malik Buford a little bit more, and I'd love to see Aiden Wall get a few chances. I feel like he hasn't really had a lot of open opportunities, and Ave Maria's done well to stop him on defense, so we'll see if they're able to feed him a little bit more, as well as Tate Truby, who we haven't really seen take a whole lot of opportunities so far tonight.
Yeah, Ave Maria averages about 90 points per game. Their opponent's about 78. Florida College in their wins averages about 92. They are not on pace for that so far today. Only 18 points through 10 minutes of play so far. They have been able to slow down Ave Maria. That's been in part, though, to Ave Maria quit shooting the ball effectively after that hot start. Jonathan Efforts leads the way with 10 in the game, and then Malik Buford leading the Falcons with 6. Inbound to Kleekus in the corner. Falcons maybe in a bit of a zone look now, but now they're back to man-to-man. Jalen White will attack Buford, spins left in the paint. A nice cutoff from Buford. He'll bring it back out to Efforts. He'll attack White, spins right, fades, missed another one. And another offensive rebound. That time as Kleekus was able to clean it up, he matches Efforts' 10 points. Nearly stolen in the backcourt. Feituga will slow it down in the corner, spinning back right towards the baseline, bringing it back out left. Swing to Massaquoi. Attacks, rises from 15, in and out. 9 minutes to go, 33-18. Kleekus drives left, kick out to White against Truby. Going toward the baseline, a fadeaway from 12, rolls off the rim. Massaquoi having trouble in the backcourt, comes ahead to Truby. He'll drive it, lefty layup. He's fouled on the attempt by White. So Tate Truby off the bench and attacking. He'll get to go to the free throw line.
This is just the second time that we've seen the Falcons go to the line so far tonight. Ave Maria's done a good job of managing those fouls. They've only got 3 against the Falcons. 4 won't really be a factor this early, but the Falcons, as we've talked about, are going to need to take advantage of these big free throws.
Truby at the line. He'll rattle in the first one. No subs either way. 8.5 to go. It's 33-19. Tate Truby's a sophomore from Lubbock, Texas. And he hits the second. He saw some playing time on Saturday as a backup guard, as Aiden Wall's now on the bench. Coach Blackburn likes to rotate Wall, Truby, and Massaquoi as much as he can. Massaquoi in the game with those 2 fouls. Kleekus faked the jumper, rises again, and rattled it home. He's got 12 as a game high in scoring. Truby to Massaquoi, splits the defense. Massaquoi to Buford, back to Truby, spots up for a 3-ball, splash! Well, got to the line last time. That's his first field goal of the night. 35-23. Falcons not letting the lead get too big, but it's still double digits.
Well, Truby went just 1 for 5 from outside the line on Saturday against New College of Florida, so it's good to see him get one there early.
Kleekus missed a 3. Truby, do it again. Got it again. Tate Truby now leads the Falcons with 8 points, 2 for 3 from the field, 2 threes and 2 free throws. 7:38 to go. 35-26, it's down to single digits.
Well, like we just talked about, this Ave Maria team knows about Malik Buford. They don't know about Aiden Wall and Tate Truby yet, and they're about to find out. So Florida College can keep feeding those guys outside and give more than just one threat. it's going to be a game changer for them.
That three ball is missed by Alsamy. Buford pulls it down. Massaquoi seeking to cut deeper into this lead. Massaquoi lefty dribble, lefty finish. And now Coach Copeland will call time. 35-28, the Red Sea is alive, and Florida College has it down to the lowest lead it's been in a long time with 7:10 to play. Well, Tate Truby, the microwave off the bench, 8 points. Malik Buford adding in 7. Massaquoi with 4, but he's got 2 fouls. That's going to be a bit of an interesting management situation for Coach Blackburn. Aiden Wall has been on the bench for a good while here, and then Coach Copeland doesn't have too many scorers, but he's been using his rotation as well. Michael Klekas has 12, Jonathan Efforts with 10.
We haven't seen a lot from Gordon McGawkin. He's certainly a huge part of this Falcons team. On Saturday, he had 8 rebounds, and 6 of those being defensive rebounds, and also went 3 for 4 from the free throw line, as well as had a 3, and that's something that is amazing to have out of that height. He also went 4 for 5 from the field, and we haven't seen the same performance out of him tonight. Spending some time on the bench right now, and we're seeing a little bit of relief for him, but I'd love to see him step back up, and with the momentum that they've gained off a couple of threes and a huge 2 there from Massaquoi, that's going to go a long way for the Falcons.
Coach Blackburn sticking with the lineup that was just on the floor. Coach Copeland making changes. Jalen White looks for the post up, comes to Bennett, back to White. They'll post Klekas. Buford is there to guard against the 2-3. Klekas a hook shot and response. That's their first score in a good while here. He adds to his game high. He's got 14, shooting 6 for 9. Under 7 to go, 37-28. Massaquoi comes back out to Buford, thought about the 3. Euro in the lane, a floater. Well, that's a nice finish from Malik Buford, Florida College's leading scorer. He matches Truby's 8 to lead the Falcons, 37-30. White steps away and knocks down a baseline J off glass. Buford nearly lost it, throws it ahead to Fetuga. He's got the lane, brings it back out to Massaquoi. That's a 3. Bang! Well, now we're getting some pace. Massaquoi with 7. 39-33. 6 minutes to play. Oh, blocked from behind as Fetuga came from the weak side to reject Alex Sherwood. Massaquoi was there. I was afraid he's going to pick up his 3rd foul, but Fetuga came rushing in from behind him to get the rejection.
That's a huge momentum shift, too, for the Falcons to have Massaquoi drop the 3 completely unprotected, and then the huge block there from Chris Fetuga. It's just a huge momentum shift now for the Falcons, and they're back within 6 pretty quickly when it looked like things were running away from them.
Efforts back in the game. He's their leading scorer on the season. Klekas will be guarded by Truby, now switched on to Wall. And he slips and falls. Wall recovers. He's got the break. Wall crosses, comes back out. Truby's not going to think about it. Missed the 3. That would have been a huge shot. 33-39. 5.5 to go in the first half. Efforts isoing against Wall. Spins back right. Comes up top to Sherwood. Analyzes and comes to Marlon Bennett. Spots up over Fetuga. Well short. Air ball. He's 0 for 2. Jacob Joseph comes back in. Magak will also enter. Fetuga and Truby go out. Buford also off the court. So Coach Blackburn experimenting a bit here with 5:19 to go in the half. Wall threw it right to Bennett. Tried to go for the touchdown. It was taken away by Bennett. And now they'll opt for the traditional full court possession. Massaquoi comes to Wall against Bennett. Massaquoi White. Joseph blocked in the corner but gets his own. Joseph drives and slams.
Well, to come straight off the bench and do that is a huge momentum builder for the Falcons, and it's going to fire up their bench and their whole starting 5 right now.
41-35 to recover off your own block. Not even hesitate. Bennett works through Massaquoi. Well, I just mentioned Marlon Bennett didn't score until just a minute ago. Aiden Wall crosses right. Had it taken away. A bad pass looking for Massaquoi. Efforts head up. Rises. It was blocked off the glass. 4:20 to go, 43-35. Falcons trying to get a little bit closer. They were down by as many as 15. Wall comes out to Massaquoi, fake the three. And that possession got a little jumbled. They'll be forced to reset with 10 on the shot clock. Massaquoi steps back for three. Splash!
Sam Massaquoi again from outside, and Ave Maria hasn't really been guarding him. So we'll see if they continue to do so, but I have a feeling if he puts another one down, they'll start putting a man on him outside.
43-38. Sherwood can't respond. The rebound is tipped. It's going to FC. And we'll take a full timeout. Well, the Falcons responded in a way that we hoped they would. Sam Massaquoi now has 10 to lead the Falcons. Truby pitches in 8. Buford also has 8. Jacob Joseph with 5. On the Ave Maria side, Jalen White with 6. Michael Kleekus with 14. Jonathan Efforts with 10. And Jacob Joseph and Tate Truby providing an excellent spark off the bench, just as they did against New College of Florida on Saturday. And they've certainly got the crowd back in it as well. 3:45 to go in Conn Gymnasium. It's the second home game of the season for Florida College here in Conn Gymnasium. You got Jackson Ray, Aiden Bassett here with you. Coach Blackburn's 5th game of his career at Florida College. He's 2-2, looking to improve to over 500 for the first time this year, over the number 15th ranked team in the country coming into this season.
Well, like we talked about a little bit earlier, it's just going to be a rebuilding year for the Falcons, similar to last year, but they have the manpower to make it a very, very successful rebuilding year this year. A lot of new faces. Malik Buford's been here, and Justin Kruzeski, who we haven't seen so far tonight, as well as James Agony and Matthew Stevens, have been with this team for a while, but we're seeing a lot of new faces over these last couple games for the very first time here in Conn. Aiden Wall and Tate Truby starting out very strong. And Sam Massaquoi, who has a couple from outside now, was strong last year for them. He's a junior from Minneapolis for the Falcons. So we'll see if they continue to mesh as well as they have. We're starting to see the ball get thrown around to each other a little bit more, and we're starting to see these guys work together, and it'll be fun to see throughout the rest of the year how they continue to build that and how Coach Blackburn continues to build that team chemistry.
Florida College has been able to at least deal with the press that they've been dealt with. Wall goes behind the back. Lefty layup was blocked at the rim. He actually came right that time. Aiden Wall just 1 for 5 on the night. Sherwood comes up top to Kalika. Sherwood flashes across the paint. Magak is there to challenge but couldn't throw him off as Sherwood gets into the paint and lays it in. He's got 6 points. 3 for 5 from the field. Wall and Truby, your main ball handlers. Truby this time against Jalen White. Joseph will come off the curl, and he'll look to attack. Out to Wall. He's going to have to make something happen. Corner. Magak will shoot a 3. High arcing, can't get it to go. Joseph may have tipped it and saved it off of Ave Maria. It'll come back to Ave Maria. That was a close play. It didn't look like he called it. It looked like he called it before it went out of bounds. And it will come back to FC.
And that's a good reverse call there. He certainly found a way to get it off of the knee, so I'm glad that the officials got together and reversed that one.
That was a very slow developing play there on the baseline, but FC has it back. And we have another whistle. Will it be on Ave Maria? It would be their 4th foul. I think it's on Jalen White, which would be his 2nd. Team's 4th. Wall looking to inbound again. Gives it to Magak, and it's poked out of bounds again. It will stay here with 2:56 to go. FC trails 45-38. Buford will have it in the corner. Posting up, spins back right. He picked up his dribble, he's in trouble. Gets it out to Magak. Guarded by Hernandez. Attacks, that's a tough jumper, but he left it short. 0 for 3 from the field, only with 2 free throws made. Hernandez on the baseline, brings back out to Kleekus, to Jalen White. Guarded by Tate Truby at the top of the arc. Threw it to Kleekus in the corner. Buford is there to guard. Posting up, Kalikas found a cutter along the baseline. Hernandez cannot finish. What would have been an easy two. Magak is tied up, and we're going to have a foul called on Ave Maria going the other way. Boy, Hernandez blew that two-handed dunk. Foul is on Hernandez, his first. Gyrenes with 5 fouls in the half. We're at 2:18 to go. 45-38. Joseph will have it. Crosses. He's going to have to get rid of it eventually. Point Joseph. Gets into the lane. Tripped. He traveled.
The Falcons have started getting a little bit sloppy again, and I think in these last 2 minutes I'd like to see them slow things down. They're only down by 7. They've worked themselves back within a very reasonable margin, and I think they can continue to close that gap over these last 2 minutes, but they're going to need to get a little bit more careful with the ball. If you're giving the ball up offensively that often, they're going to struggle, especially because Ave Maria is going to make them pay. They're almost to 50, and they've certainly got enough time to tack on a few more than that.
2:08 to go. Florida College leads 45-38. Fetuga enters the game again. So you got Massaquoi, White, Wall, Buford, and Fetuga on the court for the Falcons. Efforts with the three. He knocks it down. He's got 13. Shooting 5 for 9 from the floor. Ball is deflected out of bounds. It will stay with Ave Maria.
Well, that's what we just talked about. They've got to slow things down just a little bit and be a little bit more careful with the ball because every turnover this late is costly. And now Ave Maria has a 10-point lead that they're trying to tack on to.
Kalikas up top against Buford. Hernandez cuts again. He was fouled from behind from Fetuga. May have gotten a lot of ball, but you just can't come over the back like that. Fetuga with his first foul. Falcons with 5 in the half. And Florida College has been unable to get it on their side of the half court. As now Hernandez will go to the line.
I actually like the foul to send him to the line there, especially to stop that momentum a little bit. They've been struggling to hold on to the ball. Let's slow things down, get him to the line, and make him earn those 2 points.
And Coach Blackburn has been reluctant to play Magak, I think in favor of that speed as Hernandez smokes the first one. Fetuga and White, the low block rebounders. Wall, Buford, and Massaquoi there to handle the basketball. Hernandez hits the second. Ave Maria has pressed this entire game.
Well, Ave Maria, just like the Falcons, are averaging 66% from the free throw line, and they're going to need to capitalize a little bit more on those opportunities when they get them, because Florida College is certainly still a threat. They're down 11, but a lot of chances left and a lot of time still on the clock.
Massaquoi smokes the layup. It was taken away by Buford, but Massaquoi wasn't there. Well, that's exactly what we were talking about. Had an opportunity and just missed it. Michael comes in for Hernandez.
Well, that's a tough play regardless, but Massaquoi just got caught behind the defender and couldn't see the ball, and Buford had a great look on it, just couldn't find his man.
Jalen White comes up top. Buford switches on to him. Posting with Bradley Michael. Spins left, shoots, had to adjust in midair. That's a pretty impressive shot. He's got 5 points, 2 for 4 from the field. 51-38. Massaquoi will bring it out. Wall flashes up top on the right side. Wall stutter step dribble back out to Massaquoi. Crosses left into the low block out to Buford. Fake the three. He'll take it himself. Righty layup. Couldn't make it. And here comes Ave Maria again. Michael to the near side. Bennett will go against Fetuga. Kick it out to White. Spots up for 3. In and out. Rebound in the air. It's taken away by the Gyrenes. He'll try it again. Got that one from 2.
I don't know how that one went in. It looked like it left his hand well before he wanted it to, but it ricocheted off the backboard and in.
In the corner, Kenny White, as we're under 30 seconds to go. 53-38. Buford will shoot a 3. That one's off. And Ave Maria will hold it for the final shot of the first half. 53-38. White will ISO against Massaquoi. Now he goes to the corner. Efforts a 3 off the top of the board. Massaquoi with one last gasp. Massaquoi with 2. Will lay it up. Got it right as the buzzer sounds. Massaquoi leads all Falcons with 12, shooting 5 for 8 from the field. And so the halftime lead is 53-40. Falcons trail on the second game of the season at home.
Well, we got to see the momentum change so quickly there towards the end. Like we were talking about at the 2-minute mark, the Falcons were down by 6 and then quickly have a 13-point deficit. But thank you to Sam for putting up a 2 there at the very end, and a little bit of a sloppy play there from Ave Maria to not be able to stop the 2. But like we've talked about quite a bit, the Falcons are going to need to take care of the ball a little bit better and treat their offense a little bit better. Keep feeding that low 3 on the outside. Keep feeding it to the baseline. Keep giving it to Tate Truby and Aiden Wall. Give them a chance to put up a few points. But I like where they're at right now. They've fought back from a tough deficit, and we'll see what they do with this second half.
It was about a 5-minute stretch there where they really handled the ball well against the press. Some scoring as we go into halftime. Massaquoi, of course, leads the Falcons with 12. Truby and Buford each with 8. Jacob Joseph chipping in 5. And then for Ave Maria, Michael Klekas with 14. Jonathan Efforts with 13. Sherwood with 6. Jalen White with 8. 53-40 is the lead for Ave Maria, and we're going to take a break ourselves as we go into halftime. 53-40 halftime in about 14 minutes here at Con Gymnasium. Welcome back to Con Gymnasium. The Falcons trail the Ave Maria Gyrenes 53-40. Jackson Ray, Aiden Bassett up here in the broadcast area. Florida College shot 37% from the field in that first half. In the 2 losses that they had to start the season, they shot only 32%, but they are well on pace to break the about 50 points per game they average in those 2 losses. So just a lot to look at in that first half as we begin play. Falcons will have it on our end of the court. Aiden Wall will start it. Massaquoi swings to Buford. Fakes the 3. Looking for the post inside, since White out to the other side. And the post pass was tipped away by Marlon Bennett. Aiden Wall will inbound it. Efforts is there to resist. Buford spins back left, faked him up in the air. A nice hesitation move. Malik Buford has 10 points. He's reached double digits, the second Falcon to do so tonight. 53-42. Clekus bumped Buford on his way to the basket. He's got 16, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons. Ave Maria sticking with that press, 55-42. Wall will throw it into Massaquoi. He gets ahead of the break. Massaquoi to Magok, shoots another 3. That one's no good. He made a couple on Saturday, but just hasn't been able to connect from anywhere on the field. He's 0 for 4 tonight.
Well, Magok struggled from outside. He's pulled up 3 times from outside the line and not made him fall. I'd love to see him get that ball out to Malik Buford a little bit more on those opportunities.
Ball was nearly turned over, but an Ave Maria player stepped on the line, so it'll stick with the Falcons. Falcons had about a 6 or 7 minute run there in the first half where they were able to control the ball for a little bit, and then it got away from them towards the end of the half as a foul is picked up by Ave Maria. That was Jalen White who went crashing to the floor, but I think it's on Clekus instead. 18:50 to play.
We've seen Ave Maria have a lot of success so far with the full court press early on. They started it from the very beginning of the game, and they're already utilizing it early here in this second half. We'll see if Florida College finds a way to sneak their way around it and inbound the ball a little bit more consistently.
Magok still can't sneak it into the basket. He's really struggling from the floor. Efforts to the corner. Bennett's looking to post. Clekus comes up top, swings it the other way to Efforts. Bennett pops back out. Clekus will post Sherwood against Magok. White a 3. Got that one. 10 points for White.
Jalen White with such a clean look. There was almost 0 transition time between catching that pass and getting that ball in the ear. What a great shot.
Magok brings it out from the corner. Spins back right. Still can't hit. He's 0 for 3 to begin this half, 2 minutes in. 60-42. Bennett, it got through the hands of Sherwood. Florida College has got to capitalize on this one. Massaquoi. Left-hand dribble off glass. Magok is there. Faked one man. Finally gets one to go. 1 for 7 with 4 points. He had 2 free throws early in the first half. But that time he's lazy. Smacked it off the glass as Sherwood went for the reverse. Kenny White, Euros out to Magok. He's going to drive. Magok rises, lays it in with the finger roll.
Magok redeeming himself pretty quickly there. A huge stop on the Ave Maria bounce back attempt there, and he's got 4 points pretty quickly.
Coach Blackburn must have wanted to get him involved early. Kenny White will pick up the foul in the short corner against Clekus. That will be his first foul, first of the half on FC Fetuga, and Truby will come in. Magok and Massaquoi will go out. Coach Blackburn has favored these smaller lineups throughout the game. And we see it again now as we're 3 minutes into the second half. Buford nearly took away the inbounds pass. Clekus sees the lane. Floater from 14 is no good. Rebound pulled down by Fetuga. Kenny White to the corner. Truby thought about it. Back to White. That's a high arcing 3. That one clings off the back rim. White also struggling. He's 1 for 6 from the field.
Well, you talked about Coach Blackburn favoring the smaller lineup, and you're seeing it, unfortunately, take a toll on them down low, especially with offensive rebounds. They don't have anybody in the paint there to pick up those offensive rebounds, and Ave Maria is making them pay for it.
Truby will try it from the corner. Off. Klekus will bring it up against White, looking for the handoff. He sends Michael out wide. Efforts another three. Hit that one.
You just can't leave Jonathan Efforts open like that. He is such a good shot, and certainly, although he has not gotten as many opportunities as we normally see him get tonight, he is somebody that you cannot leave alone like that. So the Falcons are going to need to figure that out and figure it out quickly.
They got to get it across half court, and they do. Wall floats it from 15. Got the roll. Aiden Wall has 4 points. He's only 2 for 6 from the field. Klekus on the left side. They're going to run this same play again, but he'll post up Buford. White comes from the weak side. Bennett, that's a long two. It's no good. Rebound on the floor picked up by Klekus. Another rebound miss from FC. He lost it on the way up. Wall has it. Look out for the defense. Lays it off glass. 65-50 with 15.5 to go in the second half. Ave Maria came out with a new intense fire to open the second half, and FC with a little bit of a response. They're going to post Klekus against Buford. Goes to the opposite corner. Hernandez shoots a three. High arcing, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound from the Gyrenes. It's thrown away to Wall. No look to Buford. Buford rises, got the fast break layup to roll in. Well, a couple fast break points will get you back within 12. Buford has 12 points. Back within 13, rather. 15 minutes to go.
Falcons need to continue that pressure down low. It's created a couple of breakaway opportunities for them once they've had those defensive rebounds, and unfortunately that one tips off the hand of Kenny White. But as we have subs come in, we're going to need to see Florida College continue to push hard down low in order to create those opportunities. And it's created a couple of great points there from Aiden Wall and Malik Buford to settle it down, but get back quickly while the defense isn't ready and put a couple in.
Yeah, several of those opportunities that have been there in the second half have been off of fast break opportunities. Not really a ton of rebounds. As you pointed out, a lot of FC's shots have been one-shot possessions. They're just unable to get really any rebounds there with the lack of size. I mean, Magok is 6'9". The next closest guy height-wise that's available for the Falcons is Chris Vetuga at 6'7". And the tallest player, I think, for Ave Maria would be Alex Sherwood. He stands at 6'8", so they got quite a bit of height to play with as well. 65-52, 14:43 to go. We have a timeout on the floor. Ave Maria open it up again with pressure and with a fast-paced offense. And FC's been able to stay semi-close through fast break opportunities.
Well, if you're Florida College, you've got Gordon Magok, as you were just talking about, with the height with 29 rebounds so far this year in just those first 4 games. But other than that, it drops down drastically. Malik Buford has 16, Aiden Wall has 14, and Kenny White Jr. has 13. So I'd love to see some of those other guys step up that have that height. Obviously, Malik at 6'4" is a huge asset to them. But, as you mentioned, Coach Blackburn hasn't put a whole lot of height into this lineup other than those 2 guys down low in the paint. So we'll see what they do with that this last 14 and a half minutes.
Ave Maria will keep the ball underneath their basket. Joseph checks into the game. Truby, Fetuga, Magok also out there with Massaquoi. That's a 3 in the corner. Marlon Bennett knocks it down. He's got 9.
Ave Maria has just been so quick to get the ball in the air. We saw the 3 from Jalen White just a minute ago, and that one from Marlon Bennett, barely any transition time.
Joseph airballs the 3. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Ave Maria. For FC on the floor, Fetuga, Magok, Truby, Joseph, and Massaquoi. White, Bennett, Klekus, Sherwood, and that is Alsami on the floor for the Gyrenes. 68-52, Sherwood sees a lane. Closed off by Magok. Can't finish, and a foul is called. Fetuga, I think, was there to challenge. That would be his second foul if it is indeed called on Fetuga, and it is.
Well, I didn't love the foul call against Fetuga. It looked like he caught mostly ball there, but either way, that's the way the cookie crumbles. and that's going to send Alex Sherwood to the line to shoot a couple.
He's got 6 points, adds 7. 14-11 to go in the second half. Ave Maria has opened up this half, shooting the ball well. They've scored 16 points here in just about 6 minutes of game time. He smokes the second. Fetuga comes to Massaquoi. He is fouled in the backcourt by Klekas. Well, that'll slow him down a little bit, 69-52, 14:06 to go. And they're going to wipe down that court where Massaquoi tripped, but now FC's got to reset in the backcourt.
Once again, Ave Maria playing the press. Florida College seems to struggle to get it out, and they can't find Massaquoi in time.
Sherwood takes away from Joseph. Rises and lays it in. He had Massaquoi on that right side, but just didn't get the ball to him. McGough drives, gets it out to Fetuga. Working through contact. Joseph swings to Truby. A 3 from up top. Swish. He's got 11 off the bench for FC. 71-55. White gets it out to Alsami. Bennett will have it on the left side against Joseph. Attacking right. Bonnie's Joseph. Spins in the lane. Klekas shoots a 3. A good challenge from Buford, but it's no match for Klekas' high release point. He's got 19 points. Massaquoi crosses left. Comes to Joseph, never shy to shoot. Rolls out. McGough is there to clean it up. An offensive rebound opportunity for FC. 3 no good from Truby. White was deflected by Joseph, and it hits the wall there on the opposite side. 74-55. Coach Blackburn going to make some substitutions here.
Well, Tate Truby is just begging for somebody to be open down there. Every time he's had the ball on the baseline to try to inbound, Ave Maria's had 3 defenders right in his face. So the Falcons need to find a way to get open, and Coach Blackburn's going to make some changes and hopefully allow them to have a little bit more strength down low and push some of those defenders out of the way.
Wall, Knox, Buford, Fetuga, McGough on the floor for the Falcons. Effort spins back right. He was fouled and got the spin move to go, as Wall was there to challenge, and Jonathan Efforts will go to the free throw line. He's got 20 points, shooting 8 for 12 from the field. Hit it. 21 to lead all scorers. 77-55. FC's got some work to do. Buford brings it up top. Jump pass over to Wall. Fake to the corner. Now spins back. White will take it. Buford thought about the 3. Jab step behind the back. Goes straight down the middle. Rises from 12. A fadeaway's no good. McGough tipped it over to Knox. Buford one more to Aiden Wall. He's got the baseline. Up, and it was challenged at the rim. He missed the shot. I don't even think he got it up near the rim.
And Wall just could not find a man down there to get the ball to. Unfortunately, he was under double cover down in the paint, and at his height, standing at 6 foot, when you're standing against 6'7", 6'8" down there, you're going to struggle just a little bit, and he did there.
McGough got caught napping off the rebound from Sherwood. That's a 3 from Michael. That's no good, and Knox was unable to box out Sherwood either. Ball's on the ground, taken away by Ave Maria. Smoked it again. Blocked from behind, and a late whistle is called. Several missed opportunities from Ave Maria. FC just simply cannot capitalize. Buford is on the deck. And he is very slow to get up. (77-55). Hernandez will go to the line. That foul is on Cameron Knox, his first, team's 4th of the half. And he missed the free throw. The ball does not lie.
We talked about it earlier, those free throw percentages, and especially once you're playing against a crowd like this who is seemingly ignoring the scoreboard right now and just going straight for the gut punch for number 2 up there. And it got him on the first one, but not on the second.
You can never count out the FC crowd, that's for sure, on the Red Sea side. 78-55. Falcons have scored only 15 points this half as opposed to Ave Maria's 25. Wall cannot hit the 3. Magog pulls down another offensive board. White gets it to the corner, knocks, and he panicked and just threw it out of bounds. 55-78 as this game is slowly slipping out of reach for FC. Efforts will take it up along the left side. Comes back up top. Sherwood will give it back to Efforts. Good 3.
We just talked about it. Jonathan Efforts once again from outside, and a great pick that time to get the defender out of the way. Right now the Falcons struggling. They're under double cover seemingly anywhere on the court. Any shot that's been pulled up seems to be under double cover right now, as that one's missed as well by Cameron Knox. And we'll see if they can get some one-on-one or maybe find an open man every once in a while in these next few minutes.
Hernandez spins back right. It's taken away. Ball's on the floor. Hernandez picks it up. But Magog tipped it out of bounds. It's off of Gyrene, coming back to FC. Efforts leads the Gyrenes in scoring at about 17 per game. He's got 24. Feituga comes in for Kenny White. And Aiden Wall will inbound it underneath the basket. Buford pops free in the corner. Comes back right to get away from the defender and got in front of him. Buford got a screen, laid it in with the finger roll. A couple nice screens there to get Buford open. He's got 14 himself to lead all Falcons. 81-57. Knox will go against Bennett along the right block. Comes out to Sherwood. Michael against Feituga. Crosses back left with the behind the back dribble. That's a 3 in the air, no good from Bennett, and Aiden Wall rips down the rebound. Wall into the lane, a righty scoop shot is good. 8 points for Aiden Wall. Not shooting the ball great, and the ball was nearly taken away from Knox, and a foul is called. Knox will pick up his second.
I love the effort from Cameron Knox to be able to dive and force the ball out of the hands of Jonathan Efforts. They've made it a little bit too easy for Efforts so far tonight, so I'd love to see him fighting for that ball.
Aiden Wall is gassed. I think Massaquoi is going to come in for him for a little ball handling. And Alex Hepburn will come in as well for Magog. I think that's the first time we've called his name tonight. Coming in to guard on that paint area. He will pick up, that is Jai White. Buford against Klekus along that left short corner. Got Feituga up in the air. Here comes Jai White, giving it up to Alsami, hits a 3. First points for him tonight. He's 1 for 4 from the field. 84-59. And a foul going against the Gyrenes. It will be picked up by Alsami. And a timeout is called. 84-59 the score. 9:39 to play in the second half.
Well, we're getting to see a lot of depth out of this Ave Maria team. We've seen Alex Sherwood coming off the bench. Obviously, we just saw the huge shot there from Bradley Alcine at 6'9" from outside of the line. You don't see that very often. Alcine coming to them outside of Loyola New Orleans. He's a senior, and it just goes to show how they got here to this 15 rank and why they're 5-0 right now.
They went 25-7 last year. This year, Coach Jamon Copeland's 11th year total with the team. He was one of the first ones to be there when Ave Maria began their basketball program back around 2008. And now he's leading them. They got the number 15th ranked in the NAIA, looking to go to 6-0 on the season, which I'm sure will be good for their ranking. 84-59 the score. Meanwhile, the Falcons at 2-2. 2 early losses, but they redeemed themselves with 2 wins last week. One against Weber International in overtime on Tuesday, and then again on Saturday here at home that we all saw against New College of Florida. In Coach Blackburn's first year, with the team, their third coach in 3 years. And now Florida College will bring their players back onto the court. It's Massaquoi, Hepburn, Fetuga, Buford, and Cameron Knox. Never count out the Red Sea. They're still going strong over there on the right side along with the Pep Band. As the Falcons will inbound it again from underneath their own basket. We're under 10 minutes to play here in the game. Buford threw it away, and Klekus is going to recover off of that one. 21 points for Klekus, 9 for 13 from the field. And they will not give up on this press. Fetuga leads it for Buford. Rises lefty finish. 16 points for Buford. And that was Christian Piquet, got around Fetuga for the basket.
Well, that's Christian Piquet coming off the bench. And just an easy two, and the Falcons are just making that opportunity way too easy. He had the entire right side of the lane wide open and accessible, and it led to an easy two.
Fetuga gets the dangerous pass from Knox. Fetuga, the second tallest available member of the Falcons at about 6'7". Spins back right, comes back out to Buford, gets inside, picked up his dribble. He's fouled along the baseline. Both Jai White and Alsimi were there. And I think it's on, no, it's actually on Jai White, which would be their fourth of the half. 88-61. Fetuga against Jai White. Bumps him, nearly lost his dribble, spins back right. Hook shot from 12, no good. Knox comes in there to crash the boards. And he hit a three.
That's a huge steal and a shot from Cameron Knox coming off the bench. An incredible turnaround and a momentum shift where the Falcons desperately need it, because if they're going to make a run, they've got to do it now. Just under 8.5 left to play.
To the near side, Jalen White shoots a three. High arcing well short, and it goes out of bounds off of Ave Maria. Mass substitution here from FC. Coach will bring back 3 starters as well as Jacob Joseph. Only Cameron Knox will remain. No, I take it back. Buford, I think, will stay in the game. No, Knox does stay in the game from the substitution. And he'll get main ball handling duties. Crosses up the defender. Comes to the corner. Kenny White. Knox hits the deck. Wall floats it from 10. Left it well short. Tips it out. Knox tips it again. And there is Kenny White in the backcourt ready for it. Knox a deep three. No. Magak is there. Brings it out. Spots up for 3. Hit that one. Jordan Magak finally knocks down a 3-pointer. He's got 9 points. He's been looking for that shot all night. And
we're finally getting to see what happens when the Falcons make an offensive rebound. They gave themselves a few chances at it. And thankfully that they were there, and Gordon Magak was able to come away with the 3. But it's the first time that we've seen them fight that hard for the ball all game, and it seems like Cameron Knox is certainly leading the charge there.
He's being rewarded for a couple of those offensive rebounds, staying in the game along with Joseph and 3 starters. Buford is now out of the game. Cameron Knox will have it in the backcourt. I think Alsimi just picked up a second foul, which caused the stoppage. 88-67. Falcons looking to make the score a little bit closer. Wall on the attack. Brings it back out. Knox to Magak. He hit a 3 just a second ago. Faked it. Right-hand dribble. Rises in and out. Knox tips it out to him. Magak tries it again. No good off the glass. Cameron Knox bringing energy and was able to tip that offensive rebound. It was stripped and out of bounds. Last touch by FC as Bradley Michael went into the paint.
Well, crazier things have happened. It's still within reach because they have the time, but Ave Maria would have to get really cold at this point as well. So the Falcons need to step things up on defense and certainly keep the ball away from Jonathan Efforts if at all possible.
Joseph with a nice recovery and was able to affect that second shot by Efforts. Sherwood got past Wall for an easy 2.
Sherwood's been so great for them down low. He's been really consistent with rebounds, but he's also just been great at the basket. He's so tall, by the time he gets up to the basket, he's already eye level with it, and that's made things really easy for him.
90 to 67, under 7 minutes to go. FC still playing hard. Knox thought about the three, left-handed drive. Scoop shot was blocked. Magog came crashing in, but he couldn't pick it up. Bennett swatted away at the rim. Ball tipped, Joseph has it. Nearly lost it, got it up ahead to Cameron Knox. Spots up for a three ball. Hit that one. He's got 6 points on 2 threes just in the last couple of minutes, and it's 90 to 70. Efforts now goes to the corner. Bennett a three. That one is off. Magog rises for the rebound, and it's fighting for it underneath. A foul is called on Ave Maria.
A little bit of a momentum shift once again. Still Cameron Knox coming out swinging off of the bench. He's been so strong and certainly is not making things easy for Ave Maria on either side of the ball. Always getting a hand in and trying to punch that thing out.
Some subs here for Ave Maria. Jalen White comes back in for Bradley Michael. And Buford comes in for Kenny White. 90 to 70, 6:06 to go in the game. Buford brings it back to Wall. Full head of steam, goes to the other side. Joseph, one dribble to the corner. Knox, no hesitation. Airballed the three. He's never shy to shoot. He's already got 2 just in the last few minutes here. Bennett got free underneath the basket. Joseph was there to contest, but no bueno. Buford spins away from the pressure. Buford to the corner. Knox will drive this time. Up and under, blocked from behind, got it back. No look to Buford, corner three. Got it.
Beautiful pass from Knox. The no look finds Buford, and he's able to put one in, and it's much needed from Buford as we have a breakaway from Jacob Joseph.
Joseph blocked out the glass by Sherwood, but they're going to whistle Sherwood. Joseph hit the floor hard, and he's going to stay there for a minute as Sherwood blocked him but committed the foul, his second. Jacob Joseph, I think, just landed hard. I can't see what he's grabbing at down there. Got another breakaway. They've cut it to 19, and Joseph is, I think, going to be able to shoot this free throw. I think he's trying to shake off that left wrist. I don't think Sherwood meant anything with that hit. He went right over to check on him and then dapped him up later.
More than likely, he just got the wind knocked out of him. It looked like he landed before he hit the pad there on the back wall, and he looks like he's going to be all right. But now he's got an opportunity to shoot two. The Falcons with their 4th trip to the line so far tonight.
It's actually the 3rd foul on Sherwood. Falcons are in the bonus as Ave Maria has 7 fouls. Joseph can't hit the free throw. It rattles out. Massacoy comes in for Cameron Knox. A good several minutes there from Cameron Knox, the freshman from McDonough, Georgia. Joseph short on the second one as well. Nice feed to Bennett, who was streaking down the floor. 13 for Bennett. 6 for 10 from the field. Massacoy out to Magog. Nearly mishandled it. Got inside the paint and got the short jumper to fall. (94-75). Back down to 19. Efforts got cut off by Wall. Comes back outside to Jalen White. He'll drive against Massacoy. Rises. Magog nearly got a hand on it. He got his own, couldn't put it back in. Another tip. Sherwood has it. Shorted it again. Klekas has it on the floor. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay here. Timeout on the floor with 4:26 to go as the Falcons trail 94-75 to Ave Maria.
Well, once again, you have Ave Maria getting 3 offensive rebounds back to back to back. And if you're Florida College, that's the thing that's going to haunt you leaving this game. Just such a struggle for them to get defensive rebounds. But give credit where credit's due. Ave Maria's been fighting for the ball this entire game, and that's led to a lot of opportunities offensively. If the Falcons had been able to come away with a lot more of those defensive rebounds, or vice versa, if Ave Maria hadn't fought so hard for the ball, this would be a very different game right now.
Your leading scorer for the Falcons, Malik Buford, with 19. That's about his season average so far here through 4 games. Tate Truby with 11. He hasn't seen a ton of the court here lately in this second half. Sam Massaquoi also with 12. Gordon Magok with 11. And Cameron Knox, Jacob Joseph with 5 each off the bench. And then, of course, for Ave Maria, the leading scorers, Jonathan Efforts and Michael Klekus. Efforts with 24 points, Klekus with 21. It's 94-75 with 4:26 to go in the second half. Second game of the season here at Con Gymnasium.
One thing that I have loved watching tonight, though, is Tate Truby. He has only had 32 minutes in the past 4 games up until tonight, in which he's played most of this game here against Ave Maria and done quite well. So I'll be excited to see if they work him into the lineup a bit more in the next few games, because judging by his three-point shooting tonight, they're certainly going to need him later on this season as well.
Coach Blackburn with 4 starters out there, with Hepburn in place of Kenny White. Ave Maria ball to the corner. Efforts another 3. Missed it. Magok tipped it over to Buford. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going back to Ave Maria.
Well, once again, that's that team chemistry that we were talking about. They're going to have to figure out how each other works, and something that small as which shoulder is Aiden Wall going to turn to makes all the difference on that pass.
FC only has 3 returning players from last year, Malik Buford, as well as Justin Krasuski and James Agani, who are not available tonight, neither dressed for the game. That's a 3 in the air from Marlon Bennett. He's got 16 of his own. 97-75. Ave Maria has not scored 100 points yet this season. Wall a corner 3. That one is good. He's got 11, 5 for 11 from the field. So the Falcons not shooting the ball great, but they've averaged about 50 points per game in their 2 losses. They're well above that. They have a chance to get to 80 and maybe even 90 if they can get hot here late. A floater is good from Klekus. That gets them to 99. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here again.
The Falcons' struggles continue with the ball on Ave Maria's side. That is once again that the ball's been batted away on the inbound attempt. I have no doubt that they're going to be practicing that in the next couple of weeks in order to prevent this from happening again, and certainly if they face Ave Maria later this season.
Well, they did a pretty good job handling that press in the first half. Not really, killing it, but were just able to get it across half court. They've had a much harder time here in the second half. Magok slithers underneath for 2, and they'll get to 80 as Magok has 13 points, 5 for 13 from the field, 99-80. Ave Maria looking to get to triple digits for the first time this season. And they will do it as Marlon Bennett gets underneath the basket. He's got 18 points. 101-80, and now Coach Copeland will empty off his bench. Massaquoi still attacking. He had it tipped back to himself. Knocks to Magok, a 3 in the corner. Got another one. He struggled from the field early on in this game. He's got 16 points now. 6 for 14 from the field, 101-83 as well, under 2.5 to go. And Coach Blackburn will start to empty off his bench as well. The Falcons will fall to 2-3 in their first year with Coach Blackburn. 2 games at home. Their next home game is next Tuesday, the 18th, as Sherwood puts it in, and we'll have a mass substitution here from both sides. 1:57 to go. It's a 20-point lead, 103-83.
After tonight, they've got a string of away games. They play Abraham Baldwin Agricultural on Thursday the 13th, and then at Bruton Parker on Friday the 14th before they're back here to play Trinity College on Tuesday the 18th. They'll have a little bit of a road stretch where they'll look to get back on track to come home to Conn Gymnasium. And after that, we'll have more home games in December. We'll see them here against Weber International on the 2nd of December, as well as against Southeastern and Warner. But in between those, they'll take on Ave Maria once again. They will be away at Ave Maria on December the 5th. Certainly a good look tonight of what they're going to be up against, and hopefully gives them some insights of what they need to be working on to give them a chance in that next contest.
And a more challenging environment there on the road, too, against Ave Maria. A stretch of home games in December, certainly something to look forward to. I think that game next Tuesday, is it their final game at home this month against Trinity?
It is. It's their last home game of the month of November, and then at the very beginning of December on the 2nd, we will see them here to take on Weber International.
Weber International, that was their first win of the season at Weber in overtime on November 4th, 98-96.
Last time they played Weber, it was a close one, 98-96. Took them to overtime, but the Falcons were able to squeak it out, so we'll hope that they'll be able to continue that hot streak against Weber.
103-83. The preseason number 15 Ave Maria will improve to 6-0 in the 11th season under coach Jamon Copeland. They went 25-7 last year, 13-3 in the conference. Cameron Knox commits an offensive foul, his third, team's 6th of the half. 1:46 to go. 100 seconds left. It's the first time Ave Maria has broken 100 this year. Alsimi comes back up top. Hernandez, one more to Michael. Euros through the lane, it's out of bounds. It'll stay here. Well, major props to the Red Sea and the Pep Band for showing out tonight. Never count out the FC crowd. They are still standing, even as the game is well out of reach. High arcing three off glass, no good. Hepburn pulls down the board, and he'll be fouled, and he'll shoot free throws.
It'll be exciting to see what happens next for Ave Maria for the NAIA poll. The next poll and vote will be on December 12th to decide where they rank in the NAIA. So we will see, coming out 6-0 after this game, won't be a bad start to be able to improve their standing. So they've got a few more weeks before they find out where they will stand from that point on.
81 seconds to go in this game. Hepburn at the line for one and a bonus. Left it short. As we mentioned, Falcons with only one more home game this month, this time next week against Trinity College. And then a string of home games in December. They'll go to Ave Maria on December 5th on the road. 1:11 on the clock. And this will be Christian PK. He will shoot free throws as Knox, I think. Or was it Aiden Wall? Both teams have emptied off their bench. Matthew Stevens is in the game for the Falcons.
We didn't see Stevens get a whole lot of playing time last year, but he did step in a few moments, and certainly somebody that Coach Blackburn's going to be developing over these next couple of years. Still labeled as a freshman coming into this year.
Also Quentin Winbush, a sophomore from Fort Myers. Hepburn to the opposite side. Knox never shy to attack. Up and under, got it through the defender.
I'd love seeing Cameron Knox off the bench tonight. Give him props for what he's done on both sides of the ball. He's been really strong. He's got about 10 points at this point, and it has been really strong defensively, and we'll wonder if Coach Blackburn might use him a little bit more in these next few games.
Stevens got to be careful with that foul as Michael will put it up and in. Yeah, Knox and Joseph have been really exciting off the bench. Joseph had an excellent game on Saturday against New College. And Knox providing energy despite the blowout. He'll get some well-earned minutes throughout the second half of this game and probably some in the next game as well. Truby will drive, lefty no good. And Ave Maria will close it out, 108-85. Ave Maria goes to 6-0. They were the preseason number 15. I'd imagine they'd go up after that during the next poll. Florida College drops to 2-3 in the first season under Coach Blackburn.
Overall, not a bad game for the Falcons. To put up 85 points against a team like Ave Maria is no small feat. Ave Maria obviously pulled off some amazing things offensively. You had Jonathan Efforts just unstoppable all night, and they were on track for triple digits from the very beginning of the game, and they were able to hold on and do just that with 108. But the Falcons have a lot of things to work on, and certainly against this team, this is the kind of competition you want to be facing this early in the season. You want to get these games under your belt so your team can build and know exactly what they need to work on for the rest of the year.
Efforts with 24 points for Ave Maria, Klekus with 23, Marlon Bennett with 18 of his own, Alex Sherwood with 13 for FC, Malik Buford had 19, Massaquoi with 12, Wall and Truby with 11 each, Magok with 16, Joseph with 5, Cameron Knox with 7. The next time you see us will be next Tuesday, November the 18th, as Florida College takes on Trinity College. That'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern Time here in Conn Gymnasium. Aiden, thanks for joining me today. It was fun, really appreciate it, and can't wait for next week.
Thank you, Jackson. Have a great night.
Thank you, you too. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for spending your time with us. We'll see you next Tuesday.